released footage of 50 fighter jets striking the underground compound of the Ayatollah.
2.2 million Iranians have been displaced by the conflict.
Iran's capital, Tehran, has been bombarded by Israeli forces as the conflict escalates on two fronts in the region.
Inside Iran, Israeli strikes continuing in what they've described as a new stage of the war. Iranian officials say more than 1,300 people have now been killed.
Something catastrophic just happened beneath the mountains of Iran that the regime cannot fix. On March 7, 2026, more than 80 Israeli aircraft dropped 230 bombs on Tehran and central Iran, destroying an underground ballistic missile storage and production site from where hundreds of Iranian armed forces operated. Not just the missiles, the people operating them.
The Iran war has exploded into its 18th day, with Israel assassinating top Iranian leaders Ali Larijani and Reza Soleimani, sparking massive retaliation and a global oil crisis. President Trump is raging at allies refusing to join the Strait of Hormuz fight as prices soar past $105 a barrel. Tehran mourns its heroes while missiles fly. Here's the full story shaking the world right now. Assassinations ignite fury. Imagine waking up to news that your nation's top security bosses are gone, blown away in precision strikes. That's Tehran today, March 18, 2026, as crowds flood streets mourning Ali Larijani, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, and Reza Soleimani, Basij militia commander. Israel claims responsibility, calling it a focused strike in central Tehran, using Air Force jets guided by top intel. These aren't random hits. Larijani orchestrated Iran's defenses amid the chaos since February 28th when U.S.-Israel ops kicked off. Soleimani led the brutal Basij force, crushing internal dissent and now fueling street militias against invaders. Iranian FM Abbas Araghchi vows the regime's resilient, but Army Chief Amir Hatami promises a decisive and regrettable response. 2 Israelis already dead from Iranian ballistic missiles slamming central regions. Why now? Israel says it's crippling command chains before Iran rebuilds drone factories U.S. bombs targeted earlier. This escalates a war already claiming over 1,400 Iranian lives, including kids in school strikes. Timeline: from spark to inferno. Let's rewind this nightmare. February 28th, U.S. and Israel launch first waves on Iranian targets. No clear trigger in reports, but tensions boiled over nuclear sites and proxies. Iran hits back with drones, missiles on Gulf states and ships, choking the Strait of Hormuz, 20% of world oil. Day 17, Trump aboard Air Force One boasts hitting Iran's drone makers. They have very little firepower left. Israel piles on, killing Larijani and Soleimani in Tehran blasts. Iran retaliates. Missiles pepper Israel, killing 2. U.S. drops 5,000-pound bombs on Hormuz missile sites. Today, day 18. Tehran hosts mass funerals. IRGC hails Larijani, a revolutionary hero. Drones spark Dubai fires. Oil rigs in Gulf halt amid attacks. Casualties mount. 1,255 dead in Iran alone last count, 12,000 injured, hitting civilians hard like that Manab school tragedy with 168 kids gone. This isn't static, it's a live wire. Iran's using AI for disinformation per Trump, while vowing to mine and blaze any Hormuz challengers. Trump's ally firestorm, President Donald Trump, re-elected powerhouse, isn't mincing words. From the White House, allies with our 45,000 troops protecting them say no thanks to Hormuz sweepers. Europe's top diplomat, nobody's ready to risk lives there. Germany, what can a few frigates do that the U.S. Navy can't? Not our war. UK's Starmer Waffles wants a wider coalition with Gulf states, not just NATO. Trump blasts on Truth Social. Iran militarily ineffective, but allies ghosting the mission. He's pushing a naval op to escort tankers, seen as minor, but Iran packed the strait with mines, drones, speedboats. Why the cold shoulder? Allies fear IRGC's mischief, swarms of unmanned vessels nobody's drilled against lately. Trump knew it'd happen. I've criticized protections forever. They won't back us. This fractures alliances mid-war, echoing his NATO gripes. Oil crisis. Your wallet hit. Hormuz blockade is the economic bomb. Normally 20 million barrels daily flow through. Now choked, Brent crude spiked 40% to 105, 106. U.S. gas prices climbing as Gulf output crashes 10 million BPD from Kuwait, Iraq, Saudi, UAE. Pre-war $70 barrel? Forgotten. Weekend hub attacks, no ceasefire. Prices volatile, up 2.53% today. Trump's coalition tease sparked a brief dip, but supply fears rule. Global ripple, Europe scrambles, Asia eyes alternatives, inflation watch. Iran extracts heavy toll, targeting tankers to bleed the West. Prolonged, largest oil shock ever. Impact area, pre-war, now, March 18th, change. Brent crude, 70 BZBL, 105, 106 BL plus 40-50%. Gulf output, full, 10 MBPD, historic drop. U.S. gas, stable, rising, wallet pain ahead. Global transit, 20% oil, blocked energy panic. Retaliations, missiles versus bombs, Iran's not folding. Post-killings, ballistics rain on Israel. 2 dead central. Drones hit Gulf. U.S. assets. State media cheers intensified assaults. IRGC eyes kamikaze tactics. Kamikaze drones on phantom ships. Trump's mocking their playbook. U.S. response. Massive guided bombs pulverize Hormuz missile batteries. Israel, Tehran airstrikes. No nukes per Trump. Strong coordination. Casualties, 15 Israelis, 13 U.S. troops, 20 Gulf dead. Iran's 1,144 plus. Tehran blames U.S.-Israel aggression, demands global condemnation. Besiege ramps internal control amid mourning. Global ripples. Alliances crack Europe's out. EU diplomat firm, no to Hormuz boots. Dubai fire reports signal wider Gulf fear. China, Russia quiet, watching oil chaos. No reports yet. Trump's play, unveil coalition soon, per WSJ leaks. But with allies balking, U.S. goes solo. Risks nuclear whispers, though Trump shuts that down. Economy, volatility king. Prices breather after rally, but war drags on. Voices from the front, Iran. Murder won't stop progress. Trump, Iran weak, allies weaker. Israel, precision wins. Allies, not us. Street level. Tehran funerals massive. Vows echo. Qasem Soleimani era. No relation. What's next? High-stakes escalation likely. Iran's regrettable reply brewing. Hormuz op, U.S.-led or bust. Oil steady at 100 plus hurts all. Regime change whispers. Germany's Merz eyes terrible Tehran fall. Watch. IRGC moves. Ally flips. U.S. strikes. World holds breath. This war redefines geopolitics. Stay tuned. Subscribe for updates. What's your take? Comment below.